That nigga say, Jesus.
You see what I'm saying? That funk. It was a great.
What? That, like.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, shapes, sizes, and colors, I'd like to welcome y'all to the motherfucking GGN News Network. I'm your host with the most, finding Nemo, aka Nemo Holes, and today I got a special guest. This ain't even a special guest, this is my brother right here, man. My brother from another mother, the one and only Skateboard P, aka Pharrell in the house.
What's up, bro?
What's up with you, love?
What with it?
I'm slow motion, man. You there? How'd you get with Daft Punk, though? That's what I want to know.
First of all, listen, I just love the vibe of this show.
This is the truth, right?
It's like super cool. Okay, so the Daft Punk, we have been working together since they did Harder, Faster, Stronger. Mm-hmm. They had Chad and I do the remix for it, and we were lucky enough to get that. And we stayed, friends with them, and also like the Ed Banger crew. And then they produced Hypnotize You on the NERD album. And then like I just like loosely rhymed over The Game Had Changed from their Tron score and soundtrack. And then after that, they called me to come, write something on top of those two tracks, which was, Lose Yourself to Dance and Get Lucky.
Ain't that a special move for you to just be able to fall in with these legends and do music as if you were in their time period? That's the thing that I don't get, is how you could just flow into their time period and come back to something with Justin and then do something over here with 2 Chainz and like,
right.
You don't have no time period on your music. You can get in where you fit in.
Right, well what's the difference with you?
The difference?
Because you've done the same thing. That's what you do. I mean, listen, everybody else that like, from your era, the era that birthed you, right?
The early 90s.
Right. I don't know what too many of those guys are. Whereas right now, we're going into 2014 and you're gonna do it again. You know what I mean? You and Dame Funk just did it again.
It's fun though.
Going into 14, you're gonna do it again, and then 15 again, like.
Fun. It's
you know
all gotta be fun, and that's the key to me doing it, and I'm pretty sure that's the key with you, because it's like, everything that I see you doing, even like I said, the Happy, when I've seen the Happy project.
Thank you so much.
That is a feel good. It's like everything that we do has feel good on it, or we don't do it.
Yep.
That's Grovey right there. I just love how you stay relevant and how the youngsters still want to fuck with you, and how the old school definitely fuck with you. This is beautiful work that you've been doing, for real, man. I feel like you are one of the greatest producers of our time and of all time, just because you've been able to transcend the shit you did with Jay-Z. I told somebody the other day, I say, it was that song that came on, excuse me, what's your name? I said, that should have been my motherfucking record. I said, that nigga gave Jay-Z so much swag on that motherfucker, that shit was so player. It was a player record. Then you gave him the, it's about to go down. The Mystical shit. Mystical was my friend.
Yeah.
This is my friend, Mike is my friend. I know the kind of gangster ass hardcore records he was making. When you gave him that, shake your ass and all that danger, you gave him a different fan base. It's like you give an artist the fun. Even with me, when me and you worked together, you gave me something that I was missing. I was always a cool, fly, bad gangster motherfucker, but you couldn't see the fun in me. Right. You couldn't see the fun in my music. You brought out a smile.
Thank you.
The fun in my shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm anxious to work with you again. I know you doing your thing, blowing up, doing what you do, but I really, really, really want to go back in with you.
Oh my God, I can't wait. We're gonna put this on the schedule ASAP.
Yeah,
like we have to, because seriously, man, the way that you move culture, like any other person would have suffered really severe consequences with your affiliation with weed. They would have suffered. But because you've always delivered such a disarming essence and connotation behind your music and behind your intention as a human being, the law fucks with you but they don't fuck with you like they really could fuck
you're
with
right.
you.
They let it alone.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And that's because
Thank you.
I think people can see that you're a leader. You know what I mean? Like you really are a leader. And it brings people together, and people don't feel funny about being in the same room, you know, when it comes to the conversation of Snoop, because of the way your music makes people feel. You know, and yeah, you come from a gangster background, but you know, deep within the core of every G is
G-O-D.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we all come up out the church. That's how it was. Like, most of my homies come up out the church, and then we found our way into the streets. But we always got to go back to the gospel, and that's what our music is. I think our music is our healing, and it takes us back to what we love the most. Like, even like I said, that record, Happy, now that I listen to it and it's in my head, I'm like, I feel all the gospel in that record. To me, I just was like loving what you were saying and how the claps was coming in and the choir was backing you up, but now I have to listen to that song differently now, because I know it's a spirit behind that song now.
Yeah.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
It was a 24-hour video?
Yes, sir.
So how did you do that? I mean, give me some rundown on that.
Well, basically, I would perform for 4 minutes at the top of every hour. And then after me with somebody else, you know, somebody else would perform, and after them, you know, and that would happen 15 times an hour, basically, for 24 hours.
And you shot it in LA?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that shit was, but like I said, the Queen Latifah performance,
Thank you, man.
I almost shed a tear, man, because I felt the spirit on that one.
Thank you.
And I love that you made Latifah come up out them shoes and get her groove on.
Thank you.
Because she is hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me this though, for real.
Yes, sir.
Is there a record that you wish you would have made?
Oh, there's so many.
Just give me your top one. I'll tell you mine first. Mine is
I don't have a top. That's my
Slick
problem.
Rick, Children's Story. I wish I would have fucking wrote that song.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
That motherfucker right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah. No, that was amazing. I couldn't do that because there's so many records. Like there's
So many different
Don
genres.
Blackman, you know, Holding You, Loving You, Don Blackman.
wow.
You know how cold that is.
Come on, man.
You know, or like when Felipe Wynn sings Sadie. Or,
one sun.
Yeah.
Morning.
right?
Breakfast was on my table. Hey, Felipe.
I mean, you know, he was the coldest.
Please believe it.
Jesus. By the way, if you sound like Felipe Wynn,
Holla at us.
I want you to find your way up here. What's the address? Can we put the address
the
right here?
address, come here now to the GGN, 1-800 GGN Boulevard.
Texas. It's where everything's big. It's gonna be cloudy, yeah. So it's a nice time to snuggle up with your dog or your cat, or you could snuggle up with your dildo. You know, some people do that. I have friends that do that. They're just like, oh, no, 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 no. Friends, I have friends that do that, so I'm making myself laugh.
When you see him, fake niggas, yeah, I got the gym. How you thirsty, get out my DM. Bust a limb for the paper, 100 proof, no chaser. That's your bitch, I'ma take. You're the baker, I need some cookies to smoke. Shit, rap don't work, take the tookie approach.
I remember the day that we made Drop It Like It's Hot, when you had a piece of it. It was just a small piece of that motherfucker. You was sitting in the back playing that motherfucker on the keyboard, and you started mumbling the words. You know what I'm saying?
But you know why that came out.
Why?
You were in the room, man. You was there. Yo, it was like 40 Crips in there. Dark blued out, like, and I've never seen it. These guys are just standing around.
Waiting on a motherfucking hit record.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I mean, you feel like you're playing like a video game.
Nigga, you
and
did
these guys
Jay-Z
are just
some hits,
standing.
nigga, get dog one.
Man, listen.
You pulled that motherfucking rabbit out your hat. Then remember, I did the first verse, then I did the second verse, and you said, nah. You said, nah. You gotta write that over. Remember you made me write that over?
Yeah.
Then I came with I'm a bad boy with a lot of hoes. Drive my own cars, wear my own clothes. I hang out tough. I'm a real boss.
Yeah.
Big Snoop Dogg. Yeah, he's so sharp.
Yeah.
It was on. We was fucking with you. Y'all motherfuckers had some shit, man.
Thank you, man.
Y'all shit was cutting edge. It was that
Well,
shit.
you know what? Chad's a genius, and he's ultimate partner, and
It's my motherfucker right there. Chad, what it do? You put that piece on there, drop it like it's hot. We thought it was done till you put that. When you put that motherfucker on there, that was like the candle on the cake. We was like, God damn. Mm-hmm. We was ahead of the game, P.
Yeah, but I was reading the room. I was in there with all that crip. That's what it was. That and a hell of a lot of contact.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
I made the beat. I started putting like spray cans on it.
You did. You did. That's what you did. You was like, nigga, I need to
throw that on there too. Put that on there.
The sound effect was somebody spray painting some gang shit on the wall. I'm like, this nigga is really into this shit right here. How many Grammys have you won?
You know what? I think I have like 3.
Okay.
It could be 4, I don't know.
Okay.
And that's because I always confuse like when my songs win, and you be, man, I got a Grammy. No, you don't. The person has it, not you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
one of
no,
those?
I think I have 3.
You know the songs?
No, I don't.
And how many times have you been nominated?
I don't know that either.
Okay, well, I know how many times I've been nominated.
You know why I don't pay attention to that
Well,
stuff,
let me tell you
man?
why. Let me tell you why I pay attention to it.
Okay.
I've been nominated 16 times.
Wow.
And I have won 0. That's why I pay attention to it.
Okay.
Because it's brought to my attention. I never paid attention until it was brought to my attention. They say I'm the Susan Lucci of Grammys. Thank y'all for making me the Susan Lucci of Grammys.
I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think all your Grammys, listen to me, I'm telling you right now, you're an icon to like pop culture, not just like the hip hop culture, but to pop culture, number 1. And number 2, I told you, like, you already know your power. Like, your endurance should tell you, not only remind you, but like should tell the world of what your importance to this world is, because nobody, man. You and Jay, what you guys are doing musically, and the endurance that you guys have like shown the world, like that you've exhibited in your career, it's due to you. So like you make that album, you get all the Grammys you want. You have that ability. Not too many people have that ability.
You know what? Instead of who did you say you were of Grammys?
Susan Lucci.
All right, so fuck that. You're the Martin Scorsese of Grammys.
Why you say that?
Because Martin Scorsese made all those movies that everyone loves, that are classics, but won his first Oscar with The Departed.
That was his first one?
There you go.
So you're the Martin Scorsese.
Even over Goodfellas and all that shit?
Yo, there you
You
go.
know everything.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
So you gotta look at it the other way.
Okay, well, Martin, you just made me feel good. I'm gonna put one in the air for you, because you know you've always been a real nigga around my house. And I just wanna say, Martin, the next movie you decide to do, put your nigga in it. I don't even mind if I get killed, as long as it's in the Martin Scorsese movie. Because you killed a lot of niggas on screen.
Well, I know there's a lot of humor in that, but on a super serious side, like seriously, you represent that to us. Like I'm telling you, your Grammys are waiting on you. Every time you make your mark somewhere, you never detach yourself from that audience. You keep that audience. So all these things that are on this stage, on this table right now, are touch points for you. You just amassed all this power and all these people. Like every time someone's buying something, they're supporting your music, they're supporting you as a person. It doesn't really work out that way for most people. Usually, like, people lose fans and they become distracted and they go jump on the bandwagon somewhere else. This has only empowered you. So to me, you know, when we talk about that Grammy thing on a very serious note, you literally probably need to take a step back and ask yourself, you know, why these people fuck with you. You don't have to ask yourself what kind of music to make. You just need to ask yourself why they fuck with you. And when you get that answer, those are the songs we're gonna make.
Got you. That was dope, Pharrell. I'm glad we captured that on screen. I would like to animate the shit he just said, because despite it being real, I'd like it to be funny.
And this is why he's successful. And what are we doing? Is it green carpet, or what are we doing? Well, have you thought about it, or? Okay.
I'd like to get with you and just, you know, once we in there, it's gonna fall out the sky. That's usually how I do, right?
Yeah.
This is what I want though, P. I want to say this on air. Remember how when Quincy Jones came back and he put the baddest motherfuckers that he fucked with on that Secret Garden?
Mm-hmm.
I think if you do a record for me on my record with the baddest motherfuckers you ever fucked with, all on one motherfucking bad mamma jamma. Feel what I'm saying? One of them things. Because every time I hear Secret Garden, that record is so beautiful how everybody's part fits them appropriately. Nobody overdoes it or comes in out of pocket. Everybody is, it's a brilliant record. From the moment it come on, to when you hear James Ingram, and you hear Elder Bars, and you hear motherfucking Barry White, I'll take good care of you. Bitch, that's what a man's supposed to do.
Man's supposed to do. Bitch, that's what a man is supposed to do.
That's what Barry really wanted to say, but Quincy, hey, Barry, cut that out. We inside the Smoker studio, and this is the part of the show where I ask you, you know, everyday questions, you know, everyday situation shit, you know, like what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Thank the master.
Hot or cold?
Both.
Favorite pair of shoes all time?
Vans.
I thought he was gonna say ice creams.
Oh man, I'm
He
sorry.
didn't go for the plug.
I'm so sorry.
Ginger or Marianne?
Damn, cuz that's hard. Both.
Okay, well let's say Megan Good or Megan Fox?
Damn, both.
I like your decisions. If you could be stuck on an island for a whole year with 3 albums, what would those albums be?
Oh my God.
Pick wisely. You're there for a year.
I can't do that.
You're gonna have to. You're there for a year. The animals coming by your little flat, they wanna hear some music.
I can't do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time one of my contestants is not gonna be able to answer these questions.
I can't do it. It's just so many because it's different moods. You know what I'm saying?
You're not offending anyone if you don't.
Well, I'm hurt because I just realized that I can't. You know, I don't have a favorite color. I don't have a favorite album because all of it. I need them all.
Okay, well, we're gonna do this. Finish the sentence. I'm gonna start as you finish.
Okay.
I always wake up with my dick on hard.
Appreciating another day to do it again.
I mean, that's just what I didn't ask myself. I asked you to, I'm sorry. I thought you weren't gonna answer that one too. Forgive me for real. I look for blank in a woman.
Intelligence, humor, and creativity.
My favorite position is?
In her mind.
In her mind. That one sticks with me. Favorite position is in her mind. Church, preach, tabernacle.